R Solutions, an innovative and specialized manufacturer of single and dual component tie plugging products for wood ties. The applicator tool is similar to a modern caulking gun for applying epoxy sealant to wood ties. The epoxy sealant comes in a case of 12 dual component tubes and applicator sticks. The applicator sticks are easy to attach. Simply unscrew the cap, insert the applicator stick into the cap, remove the two black plugs from the tubes, and reattach the cap and applicator stick to the dual epoxy tubes. Keep the two black plugs in a safe place, such as a pocket. The applicator tool has a thumb release that must be depressed in order to pull the handle back. The applicator tool works exactly like a household caulking tool. When ready to apply the epoxy to wood ties, place the dual tube epoxy into the applicator tool. When the spikes have been removed from the ties, the epoxy can be used immediately. The dual tube epoxy combines inside the applicator stick and can be injected directly into the spike holes and cracks. If there is a pause in application of the epoxy, the applicator stick will begin to harden because the dual tube epoxy has combined inside the stick. If the epoxy hardens inside the stick, the applicator stick can be easily removed and properly discarded. The black plugs that were saved can be reused to replug the dual epoxy tubes, and the cap can be replaced to hold the black plugs in place. By replacing the black plugs and tightening the cap, the remaining epoxy can be saved for future use. In as little as 1 minute, the epoxy begins to fill cracks and empty spaces within the wood tie. The epoxy will expand as it hardens. After 15 minutes, the epoxy will be completely dry. To begin using the recently used dual tube epoxy once again, repeat the steps to attach the applicator sticks to the dual tube epoxy and the dual tubes to the applicator tool. Begin applying epoxy once again. Notice the red arrow. If filling holes over a bridge, or if there is a crack or hole completely through the wood tie, without a bottom plug in the wood tie, the epoxy will flow like water completely through the wood tie, as seen here. If holes are overfilled with epoxy, it is recommended to remove the excess. After the epoxy has completely dried, the spikes can be placed back into the wood tie for a solid fit. Let us assess the best and most effective method to handle your wood or concrete tie concerns and improve track maintenance through quality product applications that will save money every time these railroad products are used.